Guys, welcome back to Mod and Pop Thrift. Yesterday was Groundhog's Day and it was Super Bowl Sunday. I didn't pay any attention to either, but you know what I did do? I got some sales on eBay, so let's get into it. Okay guys, Super Bowl Sunday seemed to be pretty good for me. I ended up with 8 sales and about $200 worth of gross. So let me show you what I got. First off, I sold this. This is a skateboard. You notice it does not have the big tail on both ends like modern skateboards. This one is from, it's so scratched up you can't see the date, but this is from, I want to say it was 1988, so I'm going to say 1988. It's a name brand skateboard. It's not something you would have picked up at like Sears in 1988. And I went to an estate sale and I got a bunch of skateboards, a whole bunch of stuff, and the kid's like, how about 15 bucks? I thought it was going to be a lot more expensive than that, so I took that deal. I sold one of the skateboards for $275 to a guy in New Zealand. I sold one of the skateboards for like $80 to a guy in Madison, Wisconsin. I sold one for, I think it was $150. This one only sold for $51, but when I only paid $15 for all of it. So that one sold for $51. The buyer pays shipping. It had trucks and wheels on it. I decided to list them separately because these slime ball wheels tend to be valuable. These only brought $10 plus the buyer pays shipping. I wasn't sure what to list the skateboard or the trucks and wheels for, so I put them on auction. I would say that was I probably made 2 mistakes. I mean, I made money, so it's not hurting me too bad, but I probably made 2 mistakes. I should have left the wheels on the board because I think they would have added more than $10 in value to the board. And I listed them as an auction. And auctions are not the way to go anymore on eBay. It was a novelty and everybody was into auctions and getting things on auction. Unless you have something that's super duper rare, you're probably going to do better to just buy it now and let somebody make you an offer. Other things that sold, so the skateboard went for $51, the trucks went for $10.50, $11. Both of those are buyer paid shipping. I've switched over mostly to buyer paid shipping. I was doing free shipping and just calculating it in, but then I figured out I wasn't that good at guessing what the shipping was going to be. And it's not like I was losing money, but I think I'm going to make more money this way. I'm trying that out. I got these the other day at a thrift store for like $4. They don't have any markings on the outside, but when I looked down inside the sole, way down in there, they were marked Minnetonka, which is a reasonable name brand in women's like leather moccasins. These are kind of a small size there, but they ended up for $37, free shipping, but I was only in them for like $3 or $4. This is going out to a viewer named Zach. Thank you very much for the support, Zach. That's that Tennessee Titans salute to the military, salute, I think it was salute to service line of hoodies. Keep an eye out for those guys. Those are worth way more than your average NFL hoodie. I sold this. I wasn't even sure what it was. I'm still not exactly sure what it is. It's a computer program from all right, well, never mind. It does advertise Netscapes. I don't know how old it is, but I looked it up in the thrift store, and it was old, and it was bringing decent comps. I think they had $2.99 on it. Anytime I find sealed older stuff like this, I tend to pick it up, especially when it's cheap. I think they had $2.99 on that at Goodwill, and so I picked it up, and it sold for $13.99. Free shipping. I'll be able to send that media mail, so it'll cost me like $3 shipping. I'll be less than $7 all in, which means at $14 I doubled my money. Less fees, it's a little bit. Another thing that sold that was interesting was this guy, Rocksteady. Kind of, I didn't want to sell him, so I marked him pretty high. I had him at He's complete, the belt, the sewer shield, gun, and his knife. And so I marked him at $24.99, and I took a best offer of 20 bucks, which is a totally fair offer on that, but I marked it high because, you know, I like Ninja Turtles, and if he never sold and he ended up on my shelf at the new house, then that wouldn't break my heart any. Oh, and then the only other thing that I have pulled to show you guys is this iPod that I picked up the other day. I picked it up basically untested in a bag of a couple other electronics, and I had to go buy a charger. So I spent like $2 on a charger, and I plugged it in, and it seems to hold a charge. I mean, it's still charged from where I charged it the other day, and it's loaded with stuff in it, and it worked. So I sold that one. I want to say it was like $17. It's not a really highly desirable one. In that same package, I did get this iPod here. And this is a pretty decent one. This one sells for like 40 bucks, except in that package of untested iPods, this one did not work, and it was the best one of the lot. So I bought some chargers to sell with them because they're so cheap that I might as well just throw them in. That's where we're at on sales. I'm going to get this stuff packed up, and I'll get some more stuff listed, and if I get any more sales today, I'll let you know. All right, well, let's make this an unboxing video. This came in the mail today from Shed Flips. I won a mug for commenting Shed on one of Lonnie's posts. I tell you what, I greatly appreciate Lonnie and all that he does for resellers. Just, I'm not very good at opening a box while I'm talking to the camera. We're just sharing information and being generally cool. So I got the Shed Life cozy with Garage Flips. Check out the channel. If you guys aren't subscribed to him, then you should be if you're interested in my content. I didn't exactly steal my format from him, but watching him made me think I could do this and it would be valuable to people, and this is fun. So then there's a big mess of bubble wrap. That's how you ship a mug, man. Plenty of bubble wrap, and then the pad. I got this mug from my guy, which is something that he says he got this from his guy a lot on his channel. Garage Flips. Thanks, Lonnie. That's pretty cool. Well, while I'm standing here, this is something else that came in the mail today. They're just tape measures, but they are going to be useful. I'll show you what we're going to do with them. So I get the question a lot about selling clothes, how many returns I have essentially for selling clothes online when people can't try clothes on. And it basically comes down to this, and that's why I got those tape measures in the mail today. What you have to do is take proper measurements and show people what the clothes are. You can't go by the large, medium, small size. It's not specific enough. And even, especially Levi's, jeans can say they're a 32 waist for men's jeans and end up being a 34 or 28. It's crazy how far off some of those measurements can be. So I do this. So this is what I do and why I got these 3 tape measures. I was taking 3 pictures to get each of these measurements. The one that is the most important is this one. It's called Pit to Pit, and for obvious reasons, this one measures 23 inches pit to pit, and so you double that number and then add an inch. So this would be considered a 47 in chest size. But normally, if you just say it's a large and the measurement's 23 inches pit to pit, then buyers know what to expect. Another measurement that makes a lot of difference is collar to hem. And this one is about 25.5 inches. And then the other major measurement for, at least for a long sleeve, is from this corner hem of the sleeve to the collar, and this is 22 inches. So that is going to help people a lot when they're trying to buy clothes online, to know the measurements properly of the clothes that they're trying to buy. And I have very few returns on clothes that don't fit. All right, guys, well, that's going to do it for me tonight. You might recognize this as my profile picture on YouTube. That's the vintage clock that's in my living room, and I like it. I found it at a garage sale for $5, and it didn't have a movement, so I had to add a movement and hands to it, but isn't it beautiful? All right, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, ask questions, because I'm going to try to do an answer to some kind of question on most of my videos.